Did you know that more than 500 million people worldwide are currently living with diabetes, and even more are walking around every day with dangerously high blood sugar levels without even realizing it? According to the World Health Organization, uncontrolled blood sugar is one of the leading causes of blindness, kidney failure, heart disease, and stroke. The scariest part: most people don't know their blood sugar is spiraling out of control until it's too late. Silent damage is happening inside the body for years before obvious symptoms appear, eating away at your nerves, your eyesight, and even your brain health. Imagine thinking you're fine while your blood vessels are literally hardening and shrinking, cutting off circulation to vital organs. That's what uncontrolled blood sugar can do. And if you think this only happens to people who eat tons of candy or desserts, think again. Hidden sugars, processed foods, stress, lack of sleep, and even dehydration can push your blood sugar to dangerous levels without you ever noticing. By the time many people are finally diagnosed, the damage is already severe. But here's the good news: your body does give you warning signs if you know what to look for. In this video, we're going to break down the top 10 signs your blood sugar is out of control. From the subtle clues you might overlook all the way to the most frightening symptom of all. And trust me, you do not want to miss number 1, because it is by far the most terrifying red flag your body can send, and most people completely ignore it until it's too late. Before we dive in, if you care about staying sharp, healthy, and strong as you age, hit that like button and subscribe. And share this with a friend who needs to hear this too. It might change their life. Number 10. Constant thirst that never seems to go away. One of the first subtle but very important warning signs of uncontrolled blood sugar is an unquenchable thirst. We're not talking about being thirsty after a workout or on a hot day. That's completely normal. What we're talking about here is feeling like you need to drink water constantly, even when you haven't been sweating or exerting yourself. The science behind this is pretty straightforward. When your blood sugar levels are too high, your kidneys have to work overtime to filter out the excess glucose. Glucose is essentially sugar floating around in your bloodstream, and your kidneys try to dump it out through your urine. But sugar pulls water with it, which means you start urinating a lot more than usual. The more you pee, the more dehydrated you become, and the more dehydrated you are, the more your body begs for water. It becomes a vicious cycle. You drink more, you pee more, and yet you never actually feel satisfied. Many people ignore this sign, brushing it off as drinking a healthy amount of water, when in reality, it's your body's desperate attempt to flush out toxic sugar. If you find yourself guzzling water all day and still feeling dry, it could be your body warning you that your blood sugar is way out of control. Number 9. Frequent urination that disrupts daily life. Closely tied to constant thirst is the next warning sign. You're running to the bathroom far more often than usual. At first, you might chalk it up to drinking a lot of fluids, but when your blood sugar is high, this symptom has a much deeper cause. As mentioned, your kidneys are trying to push out the extra sugar from your bloodstream by filtering it into your urine. But sugar is what scientists call osmotically active, which means it drags water along with it. This is why your bladder fills up much faster than it normally would. Some people notice they can't sit through a full movie without needing to get up, or they wake up multiple times during the night just to urinate. It's disruptive, exhausting, and often embarrassing. Even worse, this excessive urination puts extra strain on your kidneys and can eventually lead to kidney damage if left unchecked. It also depletes your body of essential electrolytes, like sodium and potassium, which you need for nerve and muscle function. So if you suddenly find yourself living in the bathroom, don't dismiss it. It's a loud signal that your blood sugar is overwhelming your body's natural balance and causing dangerous stress behind the scenes. Number 8. Sudden, unexplained weight loss. At first, the idea of losing weight without even trying might sound like a blessing, especially if you've struggled with extra pounds. But when it happens suddenly and without any changes to your diet or exercise routine, it's a serious warning sign of uncontrolled blood sugar. Here's why. When your cells can't use glucose properly for energy, either because you don't have enough insulin or your body isn't responding to it. Your system starts looking for alternative fuel sources. It turns to your fat reserves and even your muscle tissue, breaking them down to keep your body running. This rapid breakdown causes you to lose weight fast, but in a way that's harmful and unsustainable. It's not healthy fat burning. It's your body literally cannibalizing itself because it can't access the fuel sitting right there in your bloodstream. People sometimes notice their clothes becoming looser or friends commenting that they look thinner, even though they've been eating normally or even more than usual. This kind of weight loss is a red flag that your metabolism is in chaos, and instead of being proud of it, you should see it as a sign that your blood sugar is completely out of balance. Number 7. Extreme fatigue that doesn't go away. Everyone feels tired now and then, but there's a big difference between being sleepy after a long day and feeling a deep, bone-level fatigue that just won't go away no matter how much you rest. High blood sugar is a major cause of this type of exhaustion. Here's the simple explanation. Your body's main energy source is glucose, but when blood sugar is uncontrolled, the glucose stays stuck in your bloodstream instead of getting inside your cells where it's needed. It's like having a full tank of gas but no way to get the fuel into your engine. The car won't run, and your body doesn't either. This energy blockage leaves you dragging through the day, yawning constantly, struggling to concentrate, and sometimes even feeling too tired to do basic things like cook, exercise, or socialize. On top of that, frequent urination at night disrupts your sleep, so you wake up groggy and unrested. Fatigue caused by blood sugar problems can be so intense that people mistake it for chronic fatigue syndrome or depression. If you find yourself tired all the time despite eating and sleeping well, your blood sugar may be silently draining your energy reserves and robbing you of your vitality. Number 6. Blurred vision and trouble focusing. Another sneaky but very common sign of uncontrolled blood sugar is blurred vision. At first, you might think you just need new glasses or that your eyes are tired from staring at a screen. But in reality, high blood sugar changes the actual shape of the lens in your eye. When excess glucose builds up, it pulls fluid from the tissues around your eyes, including the lens, which is responsible for focusing light onto your retina. This swelling distorts your vision, making things look blurry, fuzzy, or out of focus. Some people even describe it as if they're looking through fogged-up glasses. The scary part is that these changes can happen quickly and may come and go, so you might ignore them at first. But over time, if blood sugar isn't controlled, the damage becomes permanent. High blood sugar is one of the leading causes of diabetic retinopathy, a condition where the tiny blood vessels in your retina are destroyed. Left untreated, it can lead to partial or even total blindness. So if you suddenly find yourself struggling to read road signs, squinting at your phone, or constantly cleaning your glasses only to realize it's not the lenses, it's your eyes, this could be your body's way of warning you that your blood sugar is dangerously high. If this is helpful so far, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more science-backed tips to keep you thriving at any age. And hey, share it with someone you love so they can make smarter choices too. Number 5. Slow healing cuts and frequent infections. When your blood sugar is out of control, even a tiny paper cut or scratch can take much longer than usual to heal. This happens because high blood sugar damages your blood vessels and nerves, which means less oxygen and fewer nutrients reach the tissues that need them to repair. On top of that, sugar creates the perfect environment for bacteria and fungi to grow, which is why people with uncontrolled blood sugar often deal with frequent skin infections, gum problems, or even recurring yeast infections. Imagine scraping your knee, and instead of it healing in a week, it lingers for weeks, red and sore, or getting a minor infection that quickly spirals into something more serious. These aren't just annoying problems. They're clear signals that your immune system is struggling because excess sugar is weakening your body's natural defenses. Left unchecked, this delayed healing can lead to severe infections and even, in extreme cases, amputations. If you notice that little cuts stick around far too long or infections keep coming back, It's not just bad luck, it's your body crying out for help against the damage high blood sugar is causing inside you. Number 4. Tingling, numbness, or burning in hands and feet. Have you ever felt the strange tingling, burning, or numb sensation in your fingers or toes? This isn't something to brush off. It's often an early sign of nerve damage caused by high blood sugar, a condition known as diabetic neuropathy. Here's what happens. When glucose levels stay high for too long, it damages the tiny blood vessels that supply your nerves with oxygen and nutrients. Over time, the nerves start to malfunction, sending abnormal signals like tingling or pain, or in some cases, no signals at all, leading to numbness. This is especially common in the extremities, like your hands and feet, because they're the farthest from your heart and the first to suffer when circulation is compromised. At first, the sensations might be mild and come and go, but they can progress into constant discomfort that makes walking or even sleeping difficult. Some people describe it as walking on pins and needles or feeling like their skin is burning from the inside out. Ignoring these symptoms can be dangerous because advanced nerve damage is often permanent and can lead to serious complications like unnoticed injuries or infections in the feet. If you ever feel unusual sensations in your extremities, it's a red flag that your blood sugar is doing silent but serious damage. Number 3. Constant hunger even after eating. One of the strangest and most frustrating signs of uncontrolled blood sugar is feeling hungry all the time, even after eating a full meal. You'd think that eating would satisfy your appetite, but with blood sugar problems, the opposite happens. This occurs because your body can't use the glucose from your food properly. Normally, when you eat, your body breaks down carbohydrates into glucose, which enters your bloodstream. Insulin then helps move that glucose into your cells, where it's used for energy. But when insulin isn't working correctly, your cells are essentially starved of fuel, even though your blood is overflowing with sugar. Your brain senses this lack of usable energy and interprets it as hunger, pushing you to eat more in an attempt to fix the problem. It becomes a cruel cycle. You eat, your blood sugar spikes, your cells stay starved, and your hunger only intensifies. Some people describe it as never feeling satisfied, no matter how much they eat. Over time, this constant hunger, known as polyphagia, not only makes blood sugar worse, but also contributes to weight gain and further metabolic chaos. If you're always raiding the fridge after meals, your body may be shouting at you that your blood sugar is way out of control. Number 2. Frequent headaches and trouble concentrating. If you find yourself dealing with constant headaches or feeling like your brain is in a fog, uncontrolled blood sugar could be the hidden cause. Glucose is the brain's primary source of fuel, and when levels swing too high or too low, your brain cells are left scrambling. Think of it like trying to work in an office where the power keeps flickering on and off. You can't focus, you get irritable, and everything feels harder than it should. High blood sugar thickens the blood, making it harder for oxygen to reach the brain, which can trigger painful headaches. At the same time, the brain struggles to get steady energy, leaving you forgetful, unfocused, or even dizzy. Many people write this off as stress or lack of sleep. But if headaches and brain fog are becoming your new normal, it's a dangerous signal that your blood sugar is wreaking havoc not just on your body but on your mind as well. Ignoring these symptoms increases your risk of long-term complications like cognitive decline, memory loss, and even dementia. So if your brain feels like it's wrapped in cotton and you can't think clearly, it may not be stress. It may be a red alert from your blood sugar. Number 1. Severe nerve and organ damage that you can't feel until it's too late. The most frightening and dangerous sign that your blood sugar is out of control is when you start losing the ability to feel what's happening in your own body. At first, it might show up as numbness in your feet or a lack of sensation in your hands. But what's really happening is that high blood sugar has been silently damaging your nerves and blood vessels for years. And now the destruction is so advanced that signals between your brain and body are being cut off. This is why so many people with uncontrolled diabetes develop foot ulcers or injuries they don't even notice, because they literally can't feel the pain. By the time these wounds are discovered, infection has already set in, sometimes spreading so deeply that amputation becomes the only option. And it doesn't stop at the nerves in your feet. Prolonged, uncontrolled blood sugar also eats away at the nerves in your digestive system, your kidneys, and even your heart. The terrifying truth is that people can live for years without realizing their bodies are being dismantled from the inside out, until one day they face sudden blindness, kidney failure, heart disease, or irreversible nerve damage. This is why this symptom is ranked number one. It's the ultimate sign that your blood sugar has been uncontrolled for far too long, and the damage may already be permanent. If you've reached the point where you're losing sensation, your body is screaming that it's in crisis mode and needs urgent attention. These 10 warning signs are your body's way of sounding the alarm before irreversible damage sets in. The good news is that by paying attention to them early, making lifestyle changes, and seeking proper care, you can bring your blood sugar back under control and protect your health for years to come. If you found this eye-opening, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. You never know. It could be the nudge someone else needs to take control of their health today. Now, we want to hear from you. Which of these 10 warning signs have you noticed in your own life? Or do you have your own natural tips for keeping blood sugar under control? Share with us your experiences and opinions in the comments below. We love to hear them. Thanks for watching.